Welcome everyone to our weekend analysis. I hope you're having a jolly good weekend. Right. So, before we even begin, just want to give you a heads up reminder. We only have 2 days remaining till the heat wave 35 get 35% off discount is going to come to an end. So make sure that you take advantage of this promotion that's currently running and get yourself an account before it runs out on Monday. So, without further ado, let us get right into our analysis for this evening. So, we have the dollar index. We're first touching on the dollar index. Earlier this week, we have had a lot of news regarding Powell, him being fired, and everything like that. But what does that mean for the US dollar? Well, with the US dollar, we might actually be seeing some strength probably into this coming week. Already, we had like a major pullback to the downside here, but I just think it's ideally just a pullback before we actually push even further up and come all the way up here around 99,400. So, as for next week, I will be conservative, and I do think we'll be probably touching this area where there's a gap around 98,600. I believe this is an area that we could be coming up to for this coming week. So if you're looking to enter a low stop loss right about below here on the dollar index, can be ideal, aiming for 98,600. So that is what I'm anticipating for the dollar index for this coming week. So now let's move over to the currencies. So dollar Mexican, we were hoping that it would come up all the way here, but it seems the move was short-lived and we started pushing all the way down and we finally made a new low. So for now, what we'll be doing for this moment in time, we'll just actually be now looking for a break of this trend line. We might actually have another opportunity to go long. So once this trend line is broken, then we could be looking for an opportunity to go long, and if this resistance level is taken out as well. So that is what we're anticipating for dollar Mexican for this coming week. Then let's look at dollar yen. So dollar yen, we sort of like touched this support level over here by a few points, not really much, as you can see right there. We just touched it and then immediately broke up to the upside. And we went up, we came to this resistance level, and now we stalled for a little bit. But I do think we might have a push up for this coming week, probably even coming all the way up here to 4,900. So let's keep an eye watch on that on the dollar yen for this coming week. We might be pushing all the way up there, but before we push all the way up there, I think we're gonna have a pullback all the way to 14700. Then once we bounce off 14700, we could be coming all the way up to 14900. So that is my anticipation on dollar yen for this coming week. Then let's look at euro dollar. So euro dollar, we literally made a new low over here, as we remember. And we were hoping that we could come all the way down here, but the market kept on pushing further up. We took out this previous Trump spike, and we're taking out resistance levels. We started off with this one, and I don't think euro dollar is done with taking out the resistance levels. So for next week, I do think we're going to come all the way up here to 18200. So let's just keep an eye watch on that for this coming week. Low stop losses. If you're looking to enter, probably give it a stop loss right below 1.117, 1.70 could be an ideal area to go long and put your stop loss rather. Yeah. Then let's look at CAD-SWISS. So CAD-SWISS, we talked about it pushing to the downside. We actually pushed to the downside, reached our level, which we were anticipating. But I still think there's still more room for CAD-SWISS to push even further, coming down all the way to 57900, as I already talked about. We seem to be in a major downtrend, and we continue to push even further down for the coming weeks. Right. So let's look at pound yen. So pound yen, we were just consolidating for the remainder of this week, and we're still in a big consolidation, as you can see, and we seem to be coming all the way down here to 9775, 19775, and we might be bouncing from here, then probably coming all the way back up here. So let's keep an eye watch on that. Then let's look at pound dollar. So pound dollar had a crazy week. We were close to this resistance level, but we seem to have just bounced off this resistance level here, all because of dollar strength. So it seems this coming week we could be pushing even further down, making a new low beyond here around 133,800, even coming as far as 133,600. So this is where I do think we'll be coming for the week as a target. But before then, we might be having a pullback right around this area, around the 134,600. We might be having a pullback there before actually pushing all the way down. So that is my anticipation on pound dollar. Then let's look at gold. So also gold was affected by the dollar strengthening. We didn't really touch our upward target around 3,450. So right now we seem to be showing some recovery at this support level. So for this following week, I do think we could be making a new high. If things go really well, we could be making a new high, even coming all the way to 1,450. So if we do hold this position, this can even be like a great trade to be in with a low stop loss just around below 3,320. If we have the stop loss over here, I think this could even be like 12 to 1 position, which could be great for longing and swinging. So keep that in mind for this coming week. Then let's move over to NAS 100. So NAS 100 has been unstoppable, making new highs after new high, high after high. So what I'm thinking for this coming week, we could be pulling back here before making a new high again. So that is my anticipation on NAS 100. And let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we were in this consolidation. We broke through the consolidation, but as you know, consolidations usually, if you break through, they'll push probably back up as a fake out. So it might be pushing all the way up here, trying to probably make a new high again. And then maybe from the new high, we could crash all the way down, probably even coming all the way to 111,000 on Bitcoin. Then let's look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, we sort of also have been consolidating over here. If we even take this line or above here, let's take this out, take this also out in that line. So we could be pushing all the way up here to 3,800 before actually pushing all the way down to 3,500. So that is my anticipation for this coming week. So we're going to probably touch 3,800 and then push all the way down to 3,500. So this is where our analysis comes to an end. I do hope you enjoyed our live this evening. And don't forget, the heat wave 35 is coming to an end on Monday, 11:59 CET. So get your accounts starting from 25K all the way to 300K. Make sure you purchase them before Monday comes to an end. That's it, 5% off. And get trading with OFP as soon as possible. So I thank you all for joining me this evening, and I will be seeing you all on Wednesday to see how the markets went and what we can be looking for the remainder of the week. And so this comes to an end, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.